Once upon a time, nestled in a quiet valley, there was a tiny village where life was simple yet charming. At the edge of the village stood a little house with a crooked chimney and a bright red door. Inside lived a most extraordinary man, Dr. Max, the village scientist. Now, he wasn't like the grand scientists you might read about in books. No sprawling universities or gleaming labs for him. Oh no. Dr. Max had a small, cluttered workshop brimming with shelves of colorful jars, blinking gadgets that buzzed and whirred, and books stacked so high they almost touched the ceiling. But Dr. Max's biggest tool? His insatiable curiosity. One crisp morning, as the sun peeked over the hills, Dr. Max trudged into the forest, eyes scanning the ground. He adored his walks. They always seemed to present little mysteries. That's when he saw it, a shiny rock sitting snugly beneath an oak tree. It was no ordinary stone. It shimmered, almost as though a tiny star had found its way into the forest floor.
How wonderful.
Back in his workshop, he examined his treasure.
What makes this sparkle?
He scraped a tiny bit of dust from the rock, added it into a jar of glowing blue liquid on his desk, then sprinkled in a pinch of sparkly powder for good measure. The moment he gave the mixture a quick stir, poof! Out shot a tiny shimmering rainbow, illuminating the room.
By my goggles, that was brilliant.
But he didn't stop there. Oh no, not Dr. Max. The shiny rock's magic sparked even more experiments. He mixed powders and stirred potions late into the night. Soon, his workshop was brimming with fantastical creations, lamps that glowed like moonlight, flying paper planes that zipped between the rafters, even flower pots that watered themselves when the soil got too dry. Before long, news of Dr. Max's magical inventions spread far and wide. Visitors traveled from neighboring towns to see his wonders, and the once sleepy village became a place of joy and amazement. But amid all this excitement, it was a little girl, no older than 7, who asked the most important question. Dr. Max, how do you think of all these amazing things? Max knelt down, his eyes twinkling like his shiny rock. By staying curious, he said with a gentle smile. By never giving up and always believing that even the smallest idea can grow into something magical. From that day on, the villagers looked at their world just a little differently, because they had learned from Dr. Max that curiosity could turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. And so, the tiny village remained a magical place for years to come, all because of one curious scientist and a little shiny rock. The end.